What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that thumbs up button. More likes equals more hooligans. Gonna read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking in all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We'll be starting off with a video titled Microsoft probes if DeepSeek is linked group got OpenAI data. That is a nightmare to try and say. Either way, ChatGPT is suspicious that DeepSeek actually stole their data in order to develop the DeepSeek. So, I mean, that sounds just like China. So I'm thinking it's probably true. Then we got a video titled Shape-Shifting Troops and Advocates Prepare to Fight Trump Policy. Obviously, President Trump has signed an EO to get all the shapeshifters out of the military. Well, they're all bent out of shape about it. Then we got a video titled Levitt Defends Buyout Offers. Government has been wasting millions of dollars on empty office space. Obviously, talking about Caroline Levitt defending President Trump going after federal employees that just aren't worth having. Then we got a video titled Trump Cabinet Nominee Faces Uncertainty as GOP Senators Cast Doubt. Going to be tough. It's a video kind of talking about what to expect from this week's nominees. We know that RFK Jr. is running today, but Tulsi Gabbard and Kash Patel is supposed to be tomorrow, I believe. And so either way, that's a little video saying what everybody's kind of saying on Capitol Hill. Then we got a little highlight from RFK Jr. from earlier today. It's titled, I was a heroin addict for 14 years. RFK Jr. discusses desire to address addiction and mental health. Then we got a video titled, Trump is set to sign an executive order to open up Guantanamo Bay. This is from earlier today. President Trump was live, I think at 2 p.m. Eastern time or something like that. I had some important stuff I had to deal with, which is why we pushed back the live. Then we also got a clip from earlier today titled President Trump signs the Laken-Riley Act. Both those happened today live. I will most likely play those back to back. Then we got an interesting video titled Johnson called to testify before Congress on Chicago's sanctuary city policies. Now, it's not just Chicago. They're going after New York and a few other sanctuary cities, saying that their sanctuary city policy goes against federal law and stuff like that. So it seems that they're going after these sanctuary states. Then we got a video titled You Will Be Removed. Fox gets exclusive look into deportation flights to Ecuador. It's a very interesting video, little highlight from the mass deportations going on. Then the last little bit of the news is titled Man Pardoned by Trump Killed by Deputy. There's a J6er. He was a part of a traffic stop that happened, and the officer smoked him, and nobody really knows why. They say that he had a gun. They claim he resisted arrest, but they won't give any details. They also won't provide any videos or body cam footage or anything like that. They're just trying to downplay the situation. I actually meant to show you guys that yesterday, and somehow it didn't make it on the schedule. Then, of course, we got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled Words Are Hard, and then our official funny video of the day is titled Anakin Voted for Trump. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Dan? What's up, Get Some J? What's up, Josh1776? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Zero? What's up, J Spray? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Astral Hammer? And what's up, Snooks? Happy freedom to you. Let's see, J Spray digging the later live. It's hard to be audio only when you guys are having so much fun. Well, I appreciate you being with us, J Spray. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Russell, you were first today. Now, I appreciate you racing to the chat, Russell, and being omnipresent. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, MU? What's up, Black White Bull? What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. Let me see, sliding through here. What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Zupia? What's up, Puff and Stuff? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Eric O? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Crab Nebula? What's up, Tree Harder? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Make sure you hooligans hit the thumbs up over on Rumble. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, neighbor guy? Happy freedom to you. What is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jay Blazer? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, neighbor guy? You are omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Carson? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate all of you hooligans being over on Twitch. And what is up, everyone over on the commie tube? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Tactical Dragon? What's up, Adam? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patrol? What's up, Liberty Sweetheart? Happy freedom. Let me see. What is your name? We'll go with Jones because I don't know what the first name is, but either way, happy freedom to you. What's up, Barbara? Appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Tim? Neighbor guy, you are truly omnipresent. What's up, E-Ro? Happy freedom too. What's up, Dan? What's up, Crystal Blue? You hooligans are welcome to hit thumbs up over on the commie platform as well. What is up, everyone watching on X? What's up, Zupia? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for being omnipresent. All right, hooligans, let's get into things. This first one's titled Microsoft probes if DeepSeek link is got OpenAI data. Now, I don't know exactly how they think this happened, but either way, they think that the CCP's new DeepSeek is actually a ripoff of OpenAI's ChatGPT. They think that they accessed the data and kind of duplicated it. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans, we have these MAGA hooligan t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in the chat for you hooligans to have the opportunity to be able to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design comes in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made cooking aprons out of this design. I will also be posting the link for the merch store while we are watching this first. Let me mute myself really quick while we're watching this first video. And don't forget, hit that like button over on the commie platform as well as Rumble.
Microsoft and OpenAI are probing if data from the ChatGPT maker was obtained in an unauthorized manner by a group linked to Chinese AI startup DeepSeek. That's according to a Bloomberg report published Tuesday. The report says that Microsoft security researchers observed several months ago that individuals they believed to be connected to DeepSeek exfiltrated a large amount of data using OpenAI's application programming interface. The API is the main way that software developers and business customers buy services from OpenAI, which counts Microsoft as its largest investor. Bloomberg reported that the Windows maker notified the company of suspicious activity. Low-cost Chinese AI startup DeepSeek, an alternative to US rivals, sparked a major tech stock sell-off earlier this week. Its free AI assistant overtook OpenAI's ChatGPT on Apple's App Store in the US. David Sachs, the White House's AI and crypto czar, told Fox News on Tuesday that it was possible that DeepSeek stole intellectual property from the US. Asked for comment on the Bloomberg report, an OpenAI spokesperson echoed Sachs's comments without actually naming the Chinese firm. Microsoft declined to comment, while DeepSeek could not immediately be reached for comment.
I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Now, we covered, I hate saying DeepSeek. It is so hard to say. That is such shitty branding. Anyways, we covered it when it was announced or whatever. It was pretty much taking the U.S. by storm. It was all over the news. Every news agency was covering it, talking about how it's a huge rival to ChatGPT. And if you go to the DeepSeek website, they claim that they're better than everything. They're better than Llama 3 and all the other ChatGPT kind of related stuff. All the learning language models out there, supposedly DeepSeek is the best. It's the best of the best out there. And people were kind of confused by that. I want to say when we originally covered it, Elon had made some comments that he thinks that they're lying about the processing power and all of that stuff, that they're basically providing fake information, claiming that their AI is superior to the US's. Now this story is coming out saying, well, they probably just ripped ours off. I kind of believe it, but at the same time, the way that our government and the news lies to all of us, maybe they're just worried about Americans thinking that China's AI is actually better than ours. So now they're downplaying it. They're like, well, it actually is better than ours, but they ripped us off. So you should just say fuck China. Like, so I don't know. I don't know the truth behind all of this, but it's very interesting that One day it was the best of the best, and the next day, well, they just ripped off OpenAI. I don't know what to think about it. Either way, next up we got shape-shifting troops and advocates prepared to fight Trump's policy. Obviously, this is about President Trump signing that EO to kick the shapeshifters out of the military. They are all bent out of shape about it. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about DeepSeek potentially ripping off OpenAI. Turbo, it's just the Temu chat GPT. Yeah, basically. That's pretty much what it is. Zero. This coffee is actually hot as shit. I've been trying to drink it for like 2 hours, but these Yeti cups are no joke. This thing, I've thought about taking the top off. It is not cooling down. This is scalding hot coffee, but it's good. It's good stuff, but I can't taste anything because I burned all the taste buds off my tongue. But man, this coffee's kicking ass. Zero, Microsoft probably gave them access. Well, that's kind of what they're saying. They're saying that they think that now I can't even think what the connection's called. It's not AVI. I can't remember what it's called. API. That's what it is. They think they access ChatGPT through the API connection, which is how all these websites out here have chatbots on their site. It's not that these websites create their own AI. They just basically are paying ChatGPT for an API connection between the site and the chatbot. That way, when you open customer service and you chat or whatever, you're actually interacting with ChatGPT, but it's through the website. So they're saying that they think that that's how China accessed it, was through the API, but somehow they were able to access data to kind of recreate the OpenAI system, and they're not sure how that happened. Now, I don't know enough about how APIs work to even suggest to pretend to know how all of that works. I just know it's a connection, but I don't know what all data they would have access to. J6er, what if the CCP just used TikTok to get their data? See, and they could. I mean, supposedly, even though the servers are supposed to be in Texas, if China has rights over the servers, which I would assume they would, then they would be able to use that data, but it wouldn't be a ripoff of ChatGPT. It would just, I don't know, it'd be really liberal, I know that, but I don't know. That'll be the next thing TikTok does, is put out their own AI. And that's kind of a scary thing, because TikTok was originally brought in front of Congress because the platform was killing the youth. Teenagers were losing their self-worth by being on TikTok and feeling bad enough to delete themselves. That was originally what brought TikTok to Congress. So if they made AI, that'd be a scary thing. Yeah, Kevin, I don't have anything like that. Appeal to heaven. Yes, Yeti kicks ass. My hot cocoa made the water burn my tongue this morning. Yeah, this is the first Yeti I've messed with, and it is badass. Guess take the top off. Yeah, that's what he said. Ghostly, it's CCP propaganda. All AI sucks ass. Yeah. It's fun to have on your computer. It's not that great when you're dealing with other websites and stuff, because like I've said before, they're learning off of your interaction with it. So it's like you're giving them free data, and you're paying them in a lot of cases. You're paying to use their AI, where the AI is actually being trained by your interaction with it. What's up, Sage Pup? Happy freedom to you. Free the Texans, so DeepSeek is bad? I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's any worse than any other AI, but it's bad because the servers are in China for DeepSeek. They didn't really say that, though. When we originally covered DeepSeek yesterday or the day before or whenever we covered it, they didn't come out and say it's bad like they do with TikTok, right? TikTok's bad because it's owned by China. DeepSeek came out and they were like, ooh, this is a new little toy, and it might even be better than ChatGPT. But like I said, at the end of the day, they're like, oh, no, they ripped off ChatGPT. DeepSeek's bad. So I don't know. I don't know if it's any worse than any other AI. Oh, MU, yeah, I saw the email. I didn't get a chance to check it before the live. But I will after the live, though. Free the Texan late start? Yeah, we didn't start till 5 o'clock. We've only been live probably 20 minutes or something like that. Go say ask AI to write a code, any code. even better if you already have a working version of the same code, only then you will see how shit AI is. Yeah, Ghostly. I've had 3 or 4 AIs try to write code for me, and the code is always broken. It never turns out. And some people swear about using AI to write code. I've never been able to get AI to do anything useful. It's fun to screw around with. You remember writing boobs on a calculator? This is that. This is the same thing. Like, you're just using it for goofy fun stuff that doesn't really matter. But anytime I've tried to do anything useful with it, it never works out. What's up to Rosa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hickey James? Happy freedom to you. Already throwing the chapstick. What's up, Katana? Happy freedom. Patrol, today was Holocaust Day. Was today the anniversary or whatever of the closing down of Auschwitz? I've been seeing that all week. I wasn't sure when the day actually was, because like I said, I keep seeing articles where it's like, today's the day. I'm like, well, that's what you said yesterday. And then the next day they're like, today's the day. I'm like, okay, it's just all week, I guess. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Daryl? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sterling? Liberty Sweetheart, Yeti equals Fancy Pants Rich McGee. Yeah, it was a gift. It was a gift from Josh 1776, and it kicks ass. What's up, Vinny? Happy freedom to you. Liberty Sweetheart, I don't trust any of those AI think apps. Way creepy. Intellectual property is still protected. Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't seem like anything useful comes from it. It's just nonsense. Copyright infringement. Tons of copyright infringement. Turbo, I typed boobs into ChatGPT and it just said snooks. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Even the AI knows. What's up, Brian? Happy freedom to you. For the Gatex and I at ChatGPT, write me up a leveling guide for class on Baldur's Gate. It's more detailed than human written ones. Yeah. It is, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I showed everybody, I don't think it was a year ago. It was a few months ago. Maybe 6 months ago. I showed everyone on the live how AI can write a whole script for you. It can create titles. It can write children's books for you. And it can do that stuff pretty well. You'd have to go in and change a few things to humanize it because it's very cold worded. But, like, try and make it, do something you can't do yourself. Try and make it write code. Try and make it do hard math, program games, do stuff that is something above just reading and writing, and then everything just seems to fall apart. And now it's got a voice, so you can talk to it. I haven't done this in a while. I think I did this a couple weeks ago, though. Let me see if it'll work. Tell me a joke.
Sure. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
See, it's very much like talking to a person at this point. Very quick. It's kind of like having an assistant, right? Except I don't have to pay it $15 an hour to be here. That's kind of the benefit of having the AI stuff. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't find it that damn useful. Alistair is the most proficient with AI that I've ever seen. I see a lot of people talk about using it, but I've seen Alistair make all kinds of crazy stuff with AI that I do not have the ability to do. I'm just not good with it like that. But outside of Alistair, I've never seen AI do anything that damn useful. What really scares me is the people that are having relationships with AI, like treating AI like their girlfriend or their boyfriend. That's what is really messed up. And there's a story floating around out there where there was like some teenager that was dating his AI and it told him to smoke himself, and he did. Because of, love makes you do crazy things. Apparently, even if you are loving AI. That's a scary ass road that we're going down. Anyways, moving forward, before we get onto that path, we got other conspiracies to cover. Like I said, this next one's titled Shape-Shifting Troops and Advocates Prepare to Fight Trump Policy. Now, they're obviously talking about the EO that President Trump did about kicking shapeshifters out of the military. And now I was going to say they were butthurt, but that might be too far with the shapeshifters. Either way, they're very upset. We'll word it like that. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's go ahead and get into this.
Transgender insanity.
U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order on Monday that took aim at transgender troops. The order said that expressing a, quote, gender identity different from an individual's sex at birth did not meet military standards, and that a man identifying as a woman was, quote, not consistent with the humility and selflessness required of a service member. A day later, transgender rights advocacy groups filed a lawsuit against the order, saying it violated the equal protection component of the Fifth Amendment. Navy Commander Emily Schilling is a test pilot and combat veteran who leads Sparta, an advocacy group for transgender troops. She says transgender service members began preparing for possible restrictions well in advance of Trump's election win.
In preparation for a potential ban, Sparta has started over a year ago training ambassadors. We brought them in and trained them how to talk to media, how to talk to generals and admirals, how to talk to Congress people. That way, the stories that really matter about trans service members bringing strength to our service, bringing their individual courage to the fight can be told rather than how they might be a detriment.
Trump's order banned the use of what it called, quote, invented pronouns in the military. However, it did not answer basic questions, including whether transgender soldiers currently serving would be allowed to stay, and if not, how they would be removed.
Removing transgender troops from active service today will have a detrimental effect on our combat readiness. These individuals are deployed worldwide. They're right now already embedded in units. We have transgender troops in South Korea. We have them in Japan. We have them on aircraft carriers across the world. And when you remove those individuals for their identity, you remove their talents and their specialized skills. Who's going to replace them?
Department of Defense data shows the military has about 1.3 million active duty personnel. While transgender rights advocates say there are as many as 15,000 transgender service members, officials say the number is in the low thousands. Schilling said Sparta membership had grown 10% since the election to 2,200 members, many of them senior enlisted members.
Well, the shapeshifters are really mad, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. What I don't understand is when Old Man Walter would sign his executive orders, it didn't seem like anybody resisted any of it. It just went through. And if you stood against it, well, then you were a Nazi. And that's just all there was to it. You were getting fired or whatever. You couldn't stand against any of his EOs. President Trump signs these EOs, and all of them are being challenged. All of them have resisted. All of them have states backing it up, or in this case, there's military personnel who are all getting together to figure out how can they stop an executive order from happening. I don't understand any of that, because I thought you couldn't do anything about an EO. That was kind of the point of it being an executive order. Unless it was unconstitutional, I thought that it just simply couldn't be challenged. Now, maybe these guys they're just saying that all of them are unconstitutional. Maybe that's the path that they're taking. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. That's what they do about racism, right? If you charge $20 for a pizza, you charge everybody, and this person wants it for 15, you're like, no, buddy, it's 20. They're like, well, you're a racist. And that's just how leftists are. They just throw names because they don't have brains to have any kind of logic or intellectual ability. Either way, next up we have Levitt defends buyout offers, saying that the government has been wasting millions of doll hairs on empty office seats, or empty office space, excuse me. Either way, that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about these shapeshifters resisting President Trump's EOs about the military. I think the whole thing's real goofy. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. J6er, I think in modern times we replace liberals with progressive, and there's a difference. Yeah, it's a fluctuating thing, I'm sure. Russell, shapeshifters have tons of meds. They are not fit for the battlefield. Yeah, I agree. Well, that and they're mentally unstable. Let's give the mentally unstable person a gun. Oh no, they started approaching schools and shit. Like, we're seeing what happens here. I don't know why we would send them overseas and give them a gun. Zero replace them with sane new recruits. Yeah. Well, and they've been saying for years that they're having such a hard time trying to get people to join the military, but everything's been running terrible. I think after 4 years of President Trump, I think that the numbers will improve. People will be excited to join the military and stuff because people are feeling more patriotic now than ever. Turbo. I used to, back in the day. Shirtless live streams. That was a long time ago. HBIC, they're a drain on our resources. Absolutely. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Non-woke, Trump has hit every leftist trigger point over the last week. Yeah, they're running in circles. They don't know what to do. What's up, Trapper? Happy freedom to you. Brian, and doesn't some shape-shifting soldiers try to get government pay for transitioning? Not down with that at all. Yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't heard about it in a long time. But there was videos coming out and people talking about how if you're in the military and you want to use a different bathroom, that you can get government funding to do something about it. I heard that if you join the military and stuff, they'll give you LASIK surgery or whatever to fix your eyes so you don't need glasses and all kinds of stuff. I don't know why they throw a set of tits on you. How's that going to make you better in the battlefield? That doesn't make any sense to me, but they were talking about that. Appeal to Evan Doge found $50 million doll hairs for condoms to be sent over to Hamas in Gaza. Yeah, I saw that. Non-woke DEI and wokeness are on their deathbeds. Yeah, DEI was pronounced dead a few days ago. Maybe it was last Wednesday or Thursday. At 5 p.m. Eastern time, we were like, count down the clock. Oh, that's interesting here, Juicer. Thank you for letting me know. I never thought about doing that. Russell, recruitment's already up. Yeah, that's that Trump effect. Guess arm them and send them to clean up Iran. Oh my goodness. They're kind of like kamikazes the way those shapeshifters behave. DeRosa, DEI, Donald ended it. Yeah, I think you're right. That's the only DEI that's around. Hickey James, distract the enemy with tits. I mean, I guess. I guess. We got more shapeshifters than any other country, so yeah, it could be. It could be. Now when you see tits, you're like, wait a minute, are you a dude? And then they get mad, and then you don't really know. Because whether it's a girl or a dude in a dress, they get mad when you ask them. So, yeah. We here in America, we live in really confusing times. I remember when boobies meant you were a girl. What's up, Phillips? Happy freedom to you. Oh, you're trying to figure out how to make AI? Yeah, it's a tough one because even if you look up videos on like how to talk to AI to make it useful, it seems like it doesn't help. AI is just a funny gadget. That's all it is. It's not really that useful. Not in my experience. Some people make it useful, but it doesn't work for me. Crystal Blue, if Trump gets rid of income tax, you know those 89,000 agents are going to the border. Yeah, I think all that stuff has to go through Congress and stuff, though. I don't think he can just EO, do away with tax and stuff like that. Otherwise, I think he would have already, but I don't really know. I'm just keeping my eyes open. I don't think they're going to do away with tax. I just don't. maybe the tax on tips and all that other stuff, maybe he can pull off. And even that's like kind of reaching, but I don't think he's going to be able to end income tax. I just don't think that Congress and all that is going to let it go through. If it does, then great, you know, but I don't know that they're going to let all that fly. Eero, maybe if they installed Kevlar implants, you got bulletproof titties. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I ain't never heard anybody else talk about that. Only here. Here with the hooligans. You gonna hear about some bulletproof titties. You see that in the world, you tell them. We thought of that first. They owe us royalties on that. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Crystal Niece? Happy freedom to you. I've seen protests, live streams all day on TikTok. They're getting up in the comments too. Oh, getting ate up in the comments? Yeah, they're always protesting on TikTok. There's always protests going on over there. I never see it on the other platforms, and if I show it live, then everyone bitches that it's just a portrait thing. Like, I have some ability to change that. If I don't see violence, things on fire, then I'm not really showing those TikTok protests, because they just stand around cry about foreign countries and shit. They should go over there. They should. If they want to cry about East Palestine, Ohio, I know that's not what they're doing, but if they want to go to Palestine, they should just go there and cry about it instead of being here. You hooligans are cracking me up. Most of the stuff you guys are saying, I can't even say out loud because YouTube and Twitch is watching. Smoking those shapeshifters, though. Love it. Hickey James, all they're doing is giving our tax money to other countries. Yeah, well, there's a hold on it right now, but old man Walter, he hadn't paid the whole world with our money. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. This next one's titled, Levitt Defends Buyout Offers, saying that the government has been wasting millions of dollars on empty office space. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up. Press secretary here answering questions to reporters, defending President Trump, doing a kick-ass job as always. Caroline Levitt, that's what she does. She speaks very sternly. She always talks to everyone like she's pissed at them, and I'm here for it. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube. Let's go ahead and get this rolling.
What's going on? One question about these buyouts. You've been describing it as this effort to get folks to return to work. The union that represents federal workers, though, says this isn't a voluntary buyout. They say this is a purge of people that don't agree with the president. What's your response?
That's absolutely false. This is a suggestion to federal workers that they have to return to work. And if they don't, then they have the option to resign. And this administration is very generously offering to pay them for 8 months. 6% of the federal workforce in the city actually shows up to work. That's unacceptable. We're all here at work at the office. There are law enforcement officers and teachers and nurses across the country who showed up to the office today. People in this city need to do the same. It's an overwhelmingly popular policy with people outside of Washington, D.C. The president campaigned on this, and his administration's keeping the promise.
Quick question to follow up on that. How much more is it going to cost? Because a lot of the space has now been given away. Leases have expired. New purchases need to take place. What will it cost to bring all those workers back to create the new offices they need?
It's going to save tens of millions of dollars because this government has been wasting millions of dollars on empty office space. That is beautiful. I mean, look at the buildings in this city. They're gorgeous. They've been here for decades, and the American people are paying for them. And so we're going to make good use of the office space in the city by having these federal workers return to work. I would also add that the order simply directs federal agencies to come up with a return to work plan. And so this isn't a purge, and this isn't forcing every single individual in Washington, D.C. to return to work, only if they are able and, of course, within.
I think it's funny how the lefties out there talk about defunding the police and defunding all this authority, right? There's too much government and they want to control us and tell us what to do and blah, blah. You see the lefties always crying about that shit. Need to get rid of the police. They're too much authority. They're killing us. But then you start defunding the federal government and they're like, no, we don't want that. Like, what? You can't have it both ways. Like, holy, we got federal workers that aren't doing shit but sitting on their asses, not coming to work, probably not working at all. They're probably just getting paid to be home. They're probably not lifting a finger towards work at all. And they're being cut. And not only are they being cut, but they're getting paid to leave. If they choose to resign versus coming into work, then they get paid for like 6 months or 8 months or something like that, that they're going to be paid as like a reverence pay or whatever. I don't know what the hell it's called. Either way, they get paid to leave, basically. They want to resign, you get paid the next 6 to 8 months or something like that. People mad about it. I don't understand that. I don't understand the outrage over that. Having less government is a good thing. So if we're saving millions of doll hairs and we got less people wasting that money, who's mad about that? The only people I could see being mad are the people who ain't going to work. The federal workers who have to either show up or resign. Those are the only people I see that, justifiably could be upset. Everybody else, eat shit. Like, what does it matter? I don't think it matters at all. Either way, then we got this next video here. Trump cabinet nominee faces uncertainty as GOP senator casts doubt. Going to be tough. Now, this is talking about what's to be expected from the nominations later on this week. RFK Jr., he was he had a hearing today. Tulsi Gabbard and Kash Patel both are supposed to have hearings tomorrow. But this video, they're going to be discussing what the talk is on Capitol Hill, whether or not they think who is going to be confirmed and who may not be confirmed, and all of that stuff is coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you Hooligans think about Caroline Leavitt answering those reporters and defending President Trump and his choices. Guess hell, the ones that come to work don't work. Yeah, that's true, guess So yeah, less government sounds like a good thing. I don't understand why they're all mad. Guess remember, we didn't have income tax before 1913. It can be done. Be interesting. There's been a lot of change around here. Most of it's good, if not all of it. Hair Juicer, eliminating income tax would require a constitutional convention of the states. Well, that's interesting, considering most states don't get along with each other. What's up, Tori? Happy freedom. Appeal to heaven, the senators that attacked RFK Jr. today get kickbacks from big pharmaceutical companies. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. All those people on Capitol Hill, they're doing dirty deals and insider trading and everything else. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Johnny? Happy freedom to you. Severance pay. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. What's up, D-Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Real James? Happy freedom to you. Brian, gaggle, really fun word. Yes. Stuck it right in her gaggle. You can use it for just about everything. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy freedom to you. DeepSeek Jody, you are wrong, she says to somebody that's reading other people's comments. I'm not going to read the rest of that. That's no way to approach me. Not at all. Repeated what Hair Juicer said. I'm being told that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm reading other people's comments. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Freedom Fan? Happy freedom to you. Freedom Fan, this reminds me of a new CEO coming into a business and calling everyone out. Yes, cleaning house. What's up, Gen X? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops. Oh, I'm wrong sometimes, but I'm not going to be told that I'm wrong when I'm reading other people's comments. I'm wrong for the shit that I say, not the shit that other people say. What's up, Tim Mack? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. Russell, would you like a copy of the resignation agreement that all Fed employees received? If so, I can send it tomorrow. Yeah, that'd be badass, Russell. What's up, Dan? Happy freedom to you. Hope supper turns out fantastic. Tori, that's a lot of condoms. What a damn waste. Yeah, how do you spend $50 million on condoms? That's crazy. What's up, Enter User? Happy freedom. Most of the stuff that they're cutting out of the government is terrible. Is terrible. Like, it's like I can't even make it up. It just sounds like satire. Like giving mice ecstasy to see how it, affects them for cancer or random shit like that. Like, why do we need to see that? Like, what do we need to know about that for? They just waste our money. And that's when they're not sending it overseas. Sending it overseas makes it so much worse. Hickey James, a good-looking woman with AIDS. What? I don't even know. Where is that coming from? A good-looking woman with AIDS. Can you have that? Is that a thing? Tom, happy freedom to you. I went to school with a Tim Mack. I want to say I went to school with a Tim Mack too. It probably wasn't Tim Mack from YouTube though. Guess technically most states are right to work states and these people can be fired. I'd take the severance. Yeah. Well, it's like here in Michigan, everything's at will employment, so you can literally be fired for no reason. You're not getting no severance pay around here. Hair juicer, that's something else. Eric O, Trojan horses, is that what it was? They thought they were receiving condoms, but instead they were getting walkie-talkies. Getting pagers that blow up. Can we laugh about that yet? That was a no-no on YouTube for a second there. Tree herder, they spent $50K for a hammer. Sounds like I need to start selling hammers to the White House. Appeal to Heaven AI has a meme coin out. Do you know what it's called? Oh, I see what you're saying, Deep South Jody. I think it's all a misunderstanding. What? Done. I don't know if you've seen the video, but Hamas was using condoms. What does this say? Condom file with helium to float explosives. Why are we sending them condoms then? I've never weaponized condoms. Damn, that is something else. That's like inmates aren't even thinking of shit like that. And inmates are some of the most clever people out there. Kevin, I got like 3 cousins named Jeff. You got too many Jeffs in your life, Kevin. I don't know any Jeffs. Not that I could think of off the top of my head. What's up, Livid Review? Happy freedom to you. DCAT government calls that the golden toilet seat worth $30,000. We need to get into business selling stuff to the White House. That's what we need to do. You sell stuff to the White House, and then you got to pay tax on that money you make. So it's like it's just going back to them. I don't know. That's something else. Holy, there's books being wrote on Twitch. Well, we're going to be moving forward here in a second. Everybody's writing books in the chat. Lisa, see how the mainstream media is pushing news about the mass Kansas tuberculosis outbreak? No, I haven't heard about tuberculosis. I keep hearing about the chicken flu. Maybe that's the new one. Maybe they're not talking about the chicken flu anymore because nobody's buying it. What's up, Oline? Happy freedom to you. Oline, you seen the video too of them using condoms for maliciously? That is something else. How did they figure that out? They don't have balloons over there? What's up, Enter User? Happy freedom to you if I can get you already. Shroomish, what happened to the Mpox? That's a great question. They stopped talking about the monkeypox. Eric O, goat milk? Gopher? No. I'm going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, this next one's titled Trump Cabinet Nominee Faces Uncertainty as GOP Senator casts doubt, saying it's going to be tough. Now, in this video, they're going to describe how Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard and Bobby Jr., how they're all being talked about on Capitol Hill, whether or not they think they'll be confirmed, and all this other stuff. This is kind of a gossip video. Next up, after this, I think we have a highlight. Yeah, next up we got a highlight from RFK Jr. being grilled during his hearing today. Either way, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
Well, the Senate so far has confirmed, confirming 6 of President Trump's cabinet picks. They are likely to vote on Lee Zeldin to lead the EPA today. More high-stakes hearings on the schedule, starting out with RFK Jr. Again, that starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And Chad Burgum's live on the Hill now, where he has a read on where things stand as of now. Hey, Chad, where do they? Good morning.
Bill, good morning. Well, as you say, the Senate has confirmed 5 of the 6 nominees with bipartisan support, but the most challenging nominees lie ahead. That starts today with the hearing for RFK Jr. Director of National Intelligence nominee Tulsi Gabbard gets a hearing tomorrow, also Kash Patel to head the FBI. These nominees could be hard to confirm.
I feel confident on Bobby. I feel very confident on Kash. I'm not as confident on my very good friend Tulsi. We've got some work to do. It's going to be tough Thursday when you see her in the hearing. She's got to perform really well.
Patel should score support from most, if not all, Senate Republicans. Confirming RFK Jr. is a jump ball. However, Gabbard may be the toughest of the trio.
I met with her. I had some questions going into the meeting. I still have some questions.
Okay, really quick here. It's so hard not to stare at this guy's ears. You cannot tell me he's not a goblin. He looks like he belongs in the bank at Harry Potter. This is like evidence of lizard people right here. Anyways.
We're going to have a hearing on Thursday about her nomination, and there's some still issues we want to hear from her on.
Did Edward Snowden come up?
That's a topic I think will come up in the hearing.
Democrats are now targeting another nominee. They want to postpone confirming Budget Director nominee Russ Vought. That's because of the administration's automatic freeze on grants and loans.
Everyone is really upset about this, and we're going to continue to put heat on them so that they will not vote for Vought. Plain and simple. They're going to bear the consequences on their backs for what they have done to their constituents.
Amid the confirmation fights, U.S. Capitol Police arrested Ryan English of Rhode Island near the Capitol this week. He admitted to having 2 Molotov cocktails and knives. Charging documents say he wanted to kill Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and referred to him as a, quote, Nazi. English also threatened to kill House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Wow. Got him. Good thing. Thank you, Chad Pergam on the Hill. Waiting for more from you.
I'm Steve Deuce. All right, so that's all the fun stuff they're thinking and saying about these nominees that have hearings this week. Everybody knows today was Bobby Kennedy's hearing. Tomorrow's Tulsi Gabbard, as well as Kash Patel. Very controversial. Either way, that's what they're sounding like. But next, we're going to get right into this highlight I have from RFK Jr.'s hearing. It's titled, "I was a heroin addict for 14 years," and goes on to say RFK Jr. discusses desire to address addiction and mental health. Let's read through the chat before we get into this. I was going to play it, but it's like 6 minutes long. So let's read through the chat really quick. See what you hooligans think about all that gossip, because that's what they were doing. They're just gossiping. It doesn't really matter until they start asking questions and these nominees answer them. So it's just gossip right now. We'll read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about the gossip. And like I said, next up, we got a highlight from RFK Jr.'s hearing that happened earlier today. Russell, well, all Republicans are Nazis in the eyes of a Democrat. Yep. Russell, my condom is always weaponized. See, I never even thought about weaponizing it. That's just something else. Sam, the libs have graduated from Trump derangement syndrome to completely deranged syndrome. Yeah, they're just mad at the world. Reeing hard. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom to you. Disco, RFK's addicted to hoo-ha. It's hard to not be addicted to hoo-ha. That's what keeps most of us men alive. Bill Clay, Mark Kelly looks how RFK Jr. sounds. That is crazy. That's a crazy insult. I love that. Holy, happy freedom to you, Bill Clay. That is funny. Olene, he's a pedo. He's not qualified. Who is? RFK Jr. is? I've never heard anybody say that about him. Appeal to Heaven, yeah, I watched that BS today. Yeah, I don't really watch the hearings. It's too much nonsense. They do a lot of twisting. They just constantly twist things. Oh, one day, 100 years ago, you said this, and now today you're saying something different. And then they'll go to talk to respond to the question, and then the people interrupt them. Like it doesn't matter what they have to say. It's like they just are taking an ass whooping. It's not a hearing, it's an ass whooping. They're getting chewed out in front of everybody. Trapper, he ate that butt chewing for America. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. Appeal to Heaven. Oh, you're talking about Schumer? Yeah, Schumer, he's no good. Appeal to Heaven, why do we gotta wait for cash? It's just the way it is. They saved these guys for last. Yeah, Appeal to Heaven, I see what you're saying. For the Texan, you could see who is owned by Big Pharma. Yeah, based on the things they say. Oh, I want to give an apology to Deep South Jody. I'm sorry for getting on you. I think it was all a misunderstanding. I'm sorry that I thought you were a girl. I hate that I do that. I always have a hard time telling if you guys are boys or girls, and I never want to misgender you. I am sorry. Done. As far as monkeypox goes, several kids and dogs got it, and the news forgot all about it. Yeah, basically. I was going to say, it's been 24 hours since I've heard about the chicken flu. I think they're on to something else. Ghostly, never listen to an angry ex-wife. Words to live by. Shroomish, I'm a Pokemon. Me too. Me too. Not as legendary as I would like to be, but I'm working on it. Zero. RFK Jr.'s sister claimed that he was a pedo. Wasn't his sister we covered yesterday? She was saying he was a predator. I didn't hear anything about a pedo. And then Appeal to Heaven was talking about somebody else. He wasn't talking about RFK Jr. Talking about Adam Schiff, I think it was. Olene, just say it. No male or female. Well, I was, and then things happened. I misspoke. For the Texan, you assumed his gender, you Nazi. I know. I need to go sit in the corner for an hour. For the Texan, his sister said he was a predator. Yeah. DeRosa, that was a dick move with the condoms. Yeah, President Trump, he could be mean sometimes. That's why we voted for him. That's absolutely why we voted for him, because he can be mean sometimes, and we need that. What's up, U-Town? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Master Voltaire? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom. What's up, Random? Happy freedom. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Jack? Biggest TB outbreak in U.S. history right now in Missouri, I think. See, somebody else was just saying that too. It wasn't Missouri, though. They said some other state. Let me see if I can find it. I got to remember what chat I was even looking at. It wasn't Missouri. It was somewhere else. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to find it. Life is messy. Vinny, Pocahontas belongs in a straitjacket. Yeah, she's lost all her marbles. She's having a hard time coping. What's up, Detroit River? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Technic fan? Happy freedom to you. I'm not going to be able to find it now. Somebody was telling me about this tuberculosis just a little bit ago, but it was a different area. It's too hard to read 7 chats and try to remember which one I was looking at. Uncle Sam, buy me some beer. Pff, buy me some fucking beer. What makes you think I got money? I ain't got no money. You know how expensive it is to run this shit? All my doll hairs. Buy me beer. Pull your tits out. Fuck. Kansas City. Okay, yeah, here, Juicer. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't know anything about tuberculosis. Does it make you bleed from the eyes like the chicken flu? Or is there other fun stuff? Trapper, recall how Trump did his whole fourth wall thing. Now it's warp speed 2.0, but with the EO. What are you talking about? Appeal to heaven. The AI meme coin is called Mind. Interesting. I have not heard of that. Let me see. The Mind coin. It came out today? Oh no, as of today it's worth a penny. A little less than a penny. Interesting. I will have to look into that after the live. I've not heard of the AI meme coin. That is something else. Trapper, it's a lung infection. Oh, that sounds no fun. Tuberculosis. Is there a short name for that? Because that is a hard thing to say. Sam, Dr. Holiday had TB. TB, okay, well, I could say TB. Tuberculosis is a nightmare. Hair juice, or you cough blood and liver failure. Is there smaller symptoms, or you just wait for the liver failure? You're like, shit, I think I got the TB. How do you catch it? We're going to end up getting banned over on YouTube. You can't talk about being sick and shit. What's up, Sven? Happy freedom to you. Jack, they used to call it consumption in the old days. You hooligans are learning me about the TB because I don't know anything about it. South Yank, happy freedom to you. Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2 had tuberculosis. That's how he died in the game. Oh, I think I've heard that before. I have Red Dead, but I've never played it. I've watched other people play it. So he died from the TB. It's curable now, right? Or is it one of the 3 things that can kill us so there ain't no cure for it? Crystal blue. TB can be in any part of the body, blood, contacts. It's a lifelong disease, even, Cheeky Chops, he died from VD. That's a little different. TB is a little different than VD. Do you get it the same way? Banging hot chicks? No. I'm having a hard day today. Sam, it's a bacterial lung disease. It seems like we should be able to cure it. Here, Juicer, you get it from the illegals. All right, we're going to move forward here before I get in any more trouble I'm already in. This next one, like I said, is a highlight from RFK Jr.'s hearings. It's titled, I was a heroin addict for 14 years. RFK Jr. discusses desire to address addiction and mental health. And I'm going to Google tuberculosis so I can figure out more about that. Anyways, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Mr. Kennedy, welcome to you and your family, and congratulations. I appreciate Senator Grassley raising the issue of the Office of Refugee Resettlement within the auspices of Health and Human Services. I think this may surprise people, but that's actually the responsibility of HHS, the Office of Resettlement Relocation. Under the previous administration, as Senator Grassley alluded, there were roughly 500,000 children, unaccompanied minors, that were placed with sponsors in the interior of the United States. The previous administration took the position that it was not the federal government's responsibility once these children were placed with these sponsors. But the New York Times, in a series of investigative stories, pointed out that tens of thousands of these children, when they tried to follow up and find out how they were doing, whether they were going to school, whether they were being trafficked or abused, there was no answer. And they took the position it was not their responsibility. So I look forward to working with you to find those children and to make sure that they're not being abused. Millions of Americans are experiencing mild to moderate mental health and substance abuse issues, yet many struggle with timely and effective access. Primary care physicians are most likely to be seeing these individuals as opposed to a specialist, and it makes it important that these individuals, primary care physicians, be trained in patient-centered care, which would strengthen the integration of behavioral health care with primary care services. Is this something that you are concerned about, something you'd be willing to work with us on in order to implement?
Yes, Senator. Let me just reassure you that President Trump has personally spoken to me about locating those 300,000 children who disappeared over the last 4 years.
I don't think anybody has a fully accurate number, but it's hundreds of thousands, I agree.
And many of them we know have been sex trafficked and childhood slavery, and it is a blight on America's moral authority, and we need to find those kids. In terms of addiction services and substance abuse services, this is a priority for me. It was a priority for me when I was running for president during my campaign. I was a heroin addict for 14 years. I've been 42 years in recovery. I go to 12-step meetings every day, so I hear the stories every day. And I hear the many stories about denial of, or the barriers to access to care. And we need to improve that. And to answer specifically to your question, I think we can do that through GME, which is a program that is funded by HHS, that is the largest funder for medical school students. And that's one of the things for primary care physicians should understand addiction care. Addicts almost always go through a cycle where there is a moment where they hit periodic bottoms where they're ready to go into treatment. But it's fleeting and it's momentary. And we have that opportunity to save their lives. And then if we miss that little short window, they're off to the races again.
I appreciate your answer. Our time is short. Let me get to one more question. that I think is very important. Under the first Trump administration, the number of people receiving HIV treatment in Africa through the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, otherwise known as PEPFAR, it increased, this is during the first Trump administration, from 13 million people to 18 million people across 50 countries, primarily in Africa. Africa has about 1.3 billion people today, or in 2021. It's projected to have 2.5 billion people by 2050, or 25% of the global population. In 2020, PEPFAR reported that 2.8 million babies were born without HIV. That was something that would not have happened but for the PEPFAR program. So it has simply been one of the most successful public health programs in the world and saved approximately 26 million lives. Failure to continue this program, in my view, would risk ceding that leadership to adversaries like China. And I'd like to know whether you support the objectives and goals of PEPFAR, and would you work with me and my colleagues to make sure that this program continues to provide life-saving antiviral drugs to people who are most in need?
I absolutely support PEPFAR, and I will happily work with you to strengthen the program.
Thank you. Senator Ben.
All right, Bobby Jr. there during his hearing. Of course, they want to know you're going to keep up with the medicine and the stuff we already got going here, because they like lining their pockets with that pharmaceutical money. So they want to see, Bobby Jr., you going to get on board with what we already got here in the government? You can show up like Trump and change everything. I'm sure Bobby Jr. is doing what he's got to do to get up in there, but I think he's good. We'll see. I know it was a very controversial thing, but I like that there's somebody who's advocating for healthier food and stuff like that. I don't go to the doctors, so anything related to that doesn't really affect me. I'm immune to that bullshit. But if they're going to take the poison out of the food, well, that sounds pretty good to me. So, I mean, outside of that, I haven't really heard anything about Bobby Kennedy that actually affects my life. So he seems like he's good for the deal. Wonder how the rest of the week will go. I think Kash Patel is going to be the most interesting thing, because it seems like everybody that shows up, all these hearings that have come prior, everybody's getting grilled about Kash Patel. Pam Bondi was a real big one. They kept coming after her about Kash Patel. So I think when he gets up there, I think that's going to have the most highlights out of all these nominations and all of that. Next up, we have Trump is set to sign an executive order to open up Guantanamo Bay. We're going to play those two videos back to back. President Trump was live earlier today. We would have covered it, but I had some important stuff I had to deal with, so we pushed everything back. So unfortunately, we missed the live, but I do have these clips here. The first one is about the Guantanamo Bay, and then the second one is President Trump signing the Laken-Riley Act. Both those are coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about RFK Jr. getting grilled during his hearing there and him trying to be honest in his response. Also, I looked up stuff about this tuberculosis and all of this, and then I found some interesting things. I just typed in tuberculosis, and what I was given is, as of January 29, 2025, a major tuberculosis outbreak in the Kansas City area has grown into one of the largest ever recorded in the United States, with more than 60 active cases reported. Additionally, a case of bovine tuberculosis has been confirmed in a cattle herd in northeastern Michigan, marking the first such report in the state since 2022. So it's not just Kansas. Apparently our bovines here in Michigan got it too. I don't know. Stop kissing your cattle, I guess. And then I also looked up, how do you get it? And it says it's caused by coughing, sneezing, speaking, and singing. So basically the same way you catch the plague is how you get the TB. Then it says that tuberculosis is a curable infectious disease primarily treated through a combination of antibiotics. The standard treatment regimen usually lasts for at least 6 months. So apparently you can cure it. You don't have to kick the bucket from it. I'm sure not every situation is the same, but that's what I just learned about tuberculosis while I was supposed to be watching that video. Either way, reading through. Russell, I think RFK Jr. will be good. I think so. I don't know. Every complaint that everyone's got about him doesn't matter to me. His sister don't like him. Yeah, I got sisters that don't like me too. So what does that mean? Oh, he's got a brain worm. I'm not dating the guy. Not that damn worried about a little brain worm, okay? I got problems too. Like, shit. I don't know. So I don't ever hear any, he used to be a Democrat and this, that, and the other. So I don't know. Hold on a second. I got to get this cat. He's like scratching at the wall. I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna get me in trouble. Either way. Guess instead of working on a cure for AIDS, how about we stop doing monkeys? I mean, I'm just saying, why does all the diseases go back to that? I feel like, is that true or is that fake news? It just seems like all the bad stuff comes from banging animals. You need to stop doing that. Oh, the cat. It's time for the howling. Snooks, I think RFK Jr. is sounding better and stronger with his voice. I mean, he's I'm trying to think of the words I'm looking for here. At least you can understand what he's saying. When I first came across Bobby Jr., which wasn't that long ago, I was having a hard time understanding anything he was saying. He's still really hard to listen to, but at least you know what he's talking about. Welcome back, Josh1776. Snooks. Oh, it's his niece, not his sister. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Astro Helmer, eat the cat. Eat the cat. Yeah, I'm going to. Claus Daniels, you hush your face if you ain't gonna show up to work. You know President Trump said that you can resign, you'll get 6 months worth of pay. You bastard. He's a bastard. I wasn't married when he was born, just saying. Anyways. Brian, fake news. Don't be blaming Curious George. People need to stop trying to bang Curious George. Betsy, happy freedom to you. That's what he said. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Toilet cares. Say it, don't spray it. Spit zone. Yeah. Well, now you can catch the TB. People got a lisp. Guard your face. Oh man, that means we're gonna see more people wearing compliance cloths. That's exactly what that means. If they were worried about, what did they call it, the spitlets? They were like the spitlets. You gotta wear a compliance cloth so the little droplets doesn't kill grandma. Now the TB outbreak. That's exactly where we're going. Put a mask on so you don't kill grandma. No. That's what I think, Trapper. I think you're right. Free the Texan George. Curious George needs to stop being so curious. Mm-hmm. Lisa, it's his cousin. Jesus loves us. I've heard it's his sister, his niece, and now it's his cousin. I believe all of you guys. Smelly. 72-hour hold is BS. In 72 hours you can not get treatment. Weird. They hold you for 72 hours? Is that for the tuberculosis? What's up, Sniff and Glue? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, Crystal Blue, the spitlets. They were calling them droplets, but they meant spitlets. It was the little spitlets. What's up, Pam? Happy freedom to you. Just got home, but here in Texas, the fog is bad again. Interesting. I'll have to look outside after the live to see if there's fog here. I can't believe we had nationwide fog and nobody talked about it. We sat here and talked about it. That was one of the weirdest lives we had. It's like, man, it's foggy outside, and somebody's like, yeah, I'm in Oregon, it's foggy here. Well, I'm in Michigan, and then somebody's like, yeah, I'm out in Texas, it's foggy here. We don't all have fog at the same time. Like, America's a big place. There's no way. There's something weird going on. And then the next week, all of us were sick as shit. What's up, Cinderella? Happy freedom to you. Crystal Blue, can we see Klaus? I'll snatch him as soon as he comes over here. He don't want to come over here because you know he's acting like an asshole. He knows I'm gonna snatch him up. What's up, Carnivore? Happy freedom to you. Detroit River, it's not a hearing, it's a beating. Yeah. Yep. Cutting him down, trying to get him to misspeak, so then they could turn around and say, ha ha ha, you're not good enough to work in the government. Chris, any protests for Trump deportations? Not that I've seen. All the protests I see are related to foreign countries. Cinderella beginning to think it was from the drones. I mean, you never know. Sam, it's foggy in Kansas. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to look outside and see if there's fog here. Get nationwide fog again. Sam, the flu is rampant here in Tennessee. They canceled school for the rest of the week because of the flu. That's how it was here too. There was businesses closed and stuff because everybody was sick. Zero TB sounds a lot like bronchitis. Yeah, I agree. Hair Juicer, it's his niece, sister, and cousin. The family's a little off. Yeah, Hair Juicer. Shroomish, apply for that White House pass. If you get it, that'd be great exposure. I did apply for it. I never heard back, though. And I question, am I going to? Because Elon was doing that state thing for the election. You guys remember that? And you could, like, sign the petition saying you were for the Second Amendment and for Constitution and all of that. And I signed up for it, and then I sent the link to you guys, and if you reference me, there was supposed to be some sort of kickback. Never saw anything from that. Never got an email, never got a check in the mail, nothing. So I don't know about the whole Elon petition thing. That shit just went out the window. I don't know, but I better not get in trouble for not claiming it on taxes, because I never got shit from it. But like I said, I did apply for the White House press pass credentials for the press briefing room, but I have not received anything yet. They said that they were going to be looking through it and you'd either get accepted or denied, so just waiting to see what's going to happen. It'd be badass though. Sam, the uncle daddy? Yeah, that's a problem. DeRosa, they used to put TB patients in insane asylums. Why? I'm gonna have to Google that. Carnivore, I thought it was a massive red pill hearing. They verified their bias, misinformation, etc. Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying in the chat. Carnivore, I wanted to apply for... Oh, I wanted to apply, can't pass Secret Service felony years ago. See, and I didn't even think about that. I don't have any felonies, but I definitely got a criminal record, but it's old. So maybe they'll let me slide. Either way, I was saying this yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. If I get denied, it'll be my first email from the White House regardless. So, you know, throw that on my resume. I was denied a press pass from the White House. Does that count? Crystal Blue, no sanitariums to isolate them. Throw them in the sane asylum. That'll do the trick. Sniffer Glue, Jeff Mack is going to be the next vice president? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I was supposed to be press secretary, but, you know, Caroline Leavitt, she looks better than I do, so they, you know, they passed me up. We voted on this, but the White House isn't respecting it. Wayward, I am not a criminal, but I did inhale. Well, I've never been to jail for smoking weed. Unfortunately, I feel like that'd be something mild compared to violence, but that's all right. Brian, old criminal records age like fine wine. Maybe. Depends what's on it. Shroomish, you cover a ton of news. It's totally possible. It'd be awesome. They ask for first name, last name, phone number, email address, and links to social media. They could be watching right now. God only knows. They're going to be like, nah, this guy, he's an asshole and a hooligan. Can't have that guy. But we're going to see Jake Paul there and all those other idiots. Guess who? Put the letter on merch. Oh, that's a great idea. Happy Freedom, guess who? That is what we should do. My denial email. We'll just stick it right on a t-shirt. Official. Pam, I've been lucky not to get arrested for weed back in the day especially. Yeah, I always got in trouble for fighting. All my charges are related to fighting. Appeal to Evan. She has a very sweet voice. Caroline Levitt kicks ass. She's an awesome press secretary. I wonder if we're going to see more of her next week. I was kind of surprised. Well, is it only Wednesday? I keep thinking we're at the end of the week. Maybe we'll have another press briefing this week. It's hard to tell. All we got is President Trump's public schedule, which I'll pull up really quick. If I can find it, where the hell is it? No, there we go. Oh, Klaus Daniels. Oh my God. Anyways, this is President Trump's schedule. This is the closest thing we have to knowing when there's press briefings. Today, he only had 2 things on the agenda. Right here is where he signed the Lake and Riley Act into law at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here. This is the press briefing. This was yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Press briefing by White House Press Secretary. Full text and analysis. And then it says on camera. But this whole press thing is... yeah, you gotta take it like a grain of salt. Because last week he was live, it wasn't even last week, maybe it was earlier this week, maybe it was Monday or Tuesday. Wherever he was in California, he went to North Carolina to have a little gaggle there with the elected officials in North Carolina. Then he went and spoke to the families that have been abandoned by the government out in North Carolina. Then he went to Los Angeles. He was live meeting with Governor Newsom. Then he was live walking through the burnt down Palisades fire location. Then he was live at the hearing, or it wasn't a hearing, it was like a board meeting with the elected officials of California. That's where Mayor Bass or whatever her name is, Mayor Bass, was getting her ass chewed. Now, President Trump was live like 5 times that day. But if you check the public schedule, it didn't say he was going live. It said he was going to do all that stuff, but it didn't tell you if he was going to be on a live or not. So it is incredibly difficult to keep up with President Trump right now because you don't know what's going to happen until 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning that day. You get the schedule, and any one of those events may or may not be live. And so maybe we'll get another press briefing later this week. Hopefully we'll get one next week. I don't really know what to expect. KJP, in the beginning, she was live 4 days a week or something like that. At the end there, it was like maybe twice a week. Caroline Levitt, she answers all the questions, and she's very direct about it. She's not spinning anything or telling people, you're going to have to refer to a different part of the government to ask them and stuff. She's very direct. And so I don't think we'll need a lot of press briefings every day of the week, but I guess it depends on what all happens in the country, because that's what it's supposed to be related to. Snooks, I'd go with you to the White House as your assistant. I'm nice like that. I think you'd have to get credentials as well. What if they bait me though? What if they're like, yeah, come on down, and I get down there and then they kidnap me? And then nobody knows what happened to me. You never know. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Rhyme Time? What's up, Fox? Happy Freedom to you. I ain't seen you in the chat in a long time. Cheeky Chops, I'll rescue you. I hope so. I hope somebody come save me. They're going to call it a second insurrection. They'll be like, nah, we were just helping out the Hooligan King. And they'll be like, you were trying to overthrow the government. Stupid. Stupid. I am completely desensitized to everything. Enter user, we also are the pool feed. It wasn't cheap. Yeah, enter user, I saw that you guys have all been covering the Trump lives. That's how we've been getting the notifications, is through Right Side Broadcasting. Bill Clay, bring Klaus for protection. Yeah. I just actually found out a whole bunch of stuff about Klaus. I mean, Klaus is fine, but in order to do more paperwork for the apartments, I have to go see the damn doctor and make a bunch of excuses to have this paperwork filled out this way, and I am not excited to do that. Guess if they bait you, it'll be in the Senate chamber. Nah, I ain't going up in there. I'm gonna wear a chastity belt when I go. Secret Service could be like, what the hell is this, man? You know what this is. You guys ain't touching the goods. You get no access to the goods. What's up, Newton? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lion's Heart? Happy freedom to you. Hooligan Team 6 would get Jeff Mack. Yeah, Crystal Blue. Yep. Deploy the hooligan agents. Oh my God, Snooks. Holy. Alright, we're going to move forward here. This next one, like I said, is President Trump set to sign an executive order to open up Guantanamo Bay. Then the next video, because we're going to play these back to back, is titled Trump Signs the Laken Riley Act. Like I just mentioned, we are going to play these back to back. This is President Trump from earlier today. He was live around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, I had stuff going on. Otherwise, we would have covered it. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using that Rumble app, you're unable to see the big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Also, you can only join the membership program over on Rumble while we are live. When we're not live, there is no subscribe button. There's a join button, but that's for joining locals, which is separate from the Rumble chat. You get different benefits and stuff like that through locals, not through Rumble. So no, if you're going to join the membership program on Rumble, you got to do it while we're live. Let's go ahead and get into these Trump lives really quick. Get them all pulled up here. Like I said, we're going to play these two videos back to back. They are short, so don't you worry. Boom. All right. Come on, thing. Do thing. So this first one, once again, is titled Trump set to sign an executive order to open up Guantanamo Bay. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get this rolling.
Today I'm also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And tough. That's a tough place to get out of. Today's signings bring us one step closer to eradicating the scourge of migrant crime in our communities once and for all. And it was just it's just an unforced error that we even have to be doing this. Now we need Congress to provide full funding for the complete. Today I'm also signing an
All right. That's the first video. President Trump talking about bringing back Guantanamo Bay. This next one, like I said, is titled, let me get this set. This next one's titled Trump Signs the Laken Riley Act.
Thank you. We're going to sign this in honor of Laken Riley. Come on up here, some of the people that we love that have been so instrumental. Okay? Okay.
So like I said, both those videos were from earlier today. President Trump was live around 2 p.m. Eastern time. He gave that speech, and then he went and signed the Laken Riley Act. Good stuff. Still kicking ass. It's only second week in office. Lots of change, and it's all been for the better. Next up, we have Johnson called to testify before Congress on Chicago's sanctuary city policies. Now, it's not just Chicago. There's New York and a few other big cities being listed, saying that those sanctuary city policies go against federal law. And they have a problem with that. And so they're bringing in Johnson there from Chicago, who's a real piece of work, to make excuses, I guess, to go up there and explain why is it like that. Either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump from him being live earlier today. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Sam, just wall off Los Angeles. Yeah. I wonder what they're going to do with it. President Trump passed all the federal permits required for them to start building, rebuilding in those damaged areas because of the fires. And then Mayor Bass was making excuses, and President Trump was insisting that she should also lift any of those permits and stuff that would be needed to rebuild the area that was burned down. But there's been a lot of talk about how useful that land would be to other people. So we'll see if they actually start rebuilding, or if they make excuses to just level it out, use the property for different reasons. Zero, reopen Alcatraz. Don't fix it, just reopen it. Send supplies weekly. Let them fight for everything. Yeah. Russell, Gitmo's a very important place. I wonder if they're actually going to bring it back. Probably next week. President Trump, he works pretty fast. Hair juicer, if you watch Trump's speech at Davos, the eagle on the presidential seal looks right, not left, towards the arrows and not the olive branch, symbolizing war. Interesting, hair juicer. Thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely go check it out. Guess Hooligan Team 6 would probably be drunk as hell. Yeah, most likely. I'd expect nothing less. Appeal to Heaven, gotta watch Tombstone, best ever. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it though. Bill Clay, in the movie Escape from LA, Los Angeles was turned into a prison island. Interesting. It would probably be better as a prison than, you know, all the homeless people shitting in the streets. Or would it even be any different, really? Vinny, corrupt politicians are heading to Gitmo for treason. Oh, I hope so. Accountability needs to show up. And we've seen it a little here, a little there, which has been a nice change of pace. Considering the last 4 years, there hasn't been any accountability. Criminals have been running the country. So it'd be nice to see some people actually be held accountable for the bad things they do in government. So next, you've seen Tombstone. You think it's a good movie? Pam, so many on Skid Row. Yeah. Zero, you haven't seen Escape from New York? No. I watch like the same stuff over and over again. Maybe I should add it to the wish list. I got a couple movies here that I need to watch that you hooligans sent me. I just haven't had time to do any of that stuff quite yet. And now I got taxes coming up. Every day I get an email about some tax paperwork. And that stuff is stressing me out. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, this next one's titled Johnson called to testify before Congress on Chicago's sanctuary city policies. And like I had mentioned, it's not just Chicago. They're going after New York and a few other ones. They want these cities to show up and explain, why are you running a shithole that doesn't go in line with the federal government's laws? Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
Also breaking tonight, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's summons to Congress to testify about Chicago's status as a sanctuary city. We have learned this letter from the House Committee on Oversight and Reform was delivered to City Hall today. It, quote, invites Johnson to testify at a public hearing on Capitol Hill February 11th. The letter states that there are 12 states and hundreds of cities and counties with sanctuary laws or policies, but it singles out Chicago, New York, Boston, and Denver as cities that fail to comply with federal law. The letter says, quote, citizens of all 4 cities have suffered due to sanctuary policies. The mayors of those other 3 cities reportedly received the same letter, and we have reached out to the mayor's office for a response.
Well, I wonder if we'll have follow-ups on that. I'm sure Johnson's not the only one that's going to go. He can't speak on what's going on with New York and all of that. So it'll be really interesting to see how all of that plays out. I don't know who he's going to have to speak to or whether or not it's going to be live. But if we can get some footage of it, that would be interesting. Next up, you will be removed. Fox gets exclusive look into deportation flight to Ecuador. It's an interesting video here showing this mass deportation live. Well, it's not live, but it's right there in front of our face. It is kind of interesting to see young people in shackles. They don't really show it right in the center of the screen, but if you look while they're showing other things, you can see that they basically got kids in shackles too, which sucks, but they all shouldn't have been here illegally, otherwise they wouldn't be in that position, right? So either way, the mass deportation is underway. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about Congress going after these sanctuary cities. Snunks, you've seen Tombstone 8 times? That's that good? I will have to check it out. What's up, H-Big? Happy freedom to you. Paul, jail the mayors. Yeah. They start going after these elected officials and watch how fast they straighten out. Muskie Boss, accountability is like porn for me. Yeah, we need it. We need it bad. It's exciting. It's right around the corner. Brian, you need to see Escape from New York. Ignore the 2 DVDs I sent and watch Escape. I'll add it onto the wish list. I don't know if there's another way I can watch it. What's up, Jump Offa? Happy freedom to you. I wonder if we'll see Deep South Jody again. They left because I was bitching at them. I said sorry, but I don't think they're here anymore. U-Town, Nancy gets the Guantanamo penthouse suite. Yeah, in the basement. Where it's knee deep in water and sewage. Cheeky Chops get a VPN. Nah, I can't. Live streaming takes too many resources to use a VPN. Cheeky Chops, I've been talking to you all day. What are you talking about? Lion's Heart, don't you work for tips? Why are you paying taxes? Even the revenue you produce from YouTube is a tip because they don't employ you, right? No. Well, I don't make any money from YouTube. YouTube does not pay anything at all. The only benefit of us being live on YouTube is to take people who usually watch on YouTube and pull them over to Rumble or jeffmaclive.com. Otherwise, we wouldn't even go live on YouTube. It's just me being nice. But no, it's considered self-employment. It's not considered tips. YouTube pays you in like royalties, and I think Twitch does too, but I don't think Rumble's going to. I think Rumble is paying us as self-employment, so it'll be susceptible to like 40% tax. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. Snugs, I'm watching Black Hawk Down for the 7th time. I've never seen that either. Hold on, are we having an issue here? To like 40. Are we good now? I wonder what happened. I shouldn't say this, but there ain't been no buffering yet today. Yesterday I was like willing to rip my eyeballs out on camera. So I don't know what was happening, if we were getting stuttering and stuff. Appeal to heaven, I can't have OJ. It's too high in sugar for you. I like orange juice. I didn't realize it had a bunch of sugar in it. I mean, it makes sense now that you say it out loud. Bill Clay, Escape from New York has a steel book edition. What makes that special? Paul, lick the hit button for Jeff. Yeah, there we go. Wash your phone first, though. We used to talk about that a lot, too. People always worrying about germs and shit. We used to talk about that in the lockdowns all the damn time. Like, yeah, you got to worry about killing grandma because you ain't wearing a compliance cloth. Meanwhile, you dig in your booty hole and then you touch your phone and then you stick your phone to your face. And ain't nobody talking about that. I forgot about all that shit. Damn lockdowns. Sven, that's a definitely must watch. Escape from New York. I'll add it to the wish list. Appreciate all of you guys with these recommendations. It makes it so I don't feel like I'm wasting my time when I watch a movie. It's like research. It's like, okay, I got to sit down, I got to watch this movie, I got to pay attention, because tomorrow when I tell everybody that I watched it, they're going to want details. They're going to ask me questions. They're going to want to know that I really watched this shit. And so instead of feeling like I'm wasting my time, because that's why I don't normally watch a lot of TV, because I feel bad that I'm not working. Cheeky Chops, you want to take a trip with me around the country? Absolutely. We just can't leave the country because no other country will let me in. Ghostly, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is the GOAT. The new one? I haven't seen the new one. I've seen the old one. It's got what is his name? He played the past. John Leguizamo. And I think he was voting for Harris and shit. I hate actors. Wayward Sparkle Farts do fly. I believe you. I believe you. Ghostly. Oh, the old one? Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did like the old Super Mario Brothers movie. Zero, watching movies is homework from us to Jeff. Yep. It is, but I like it. And all the tabs I pull throughout the live too, when you guys are telling me about stuff that I don't know anything about, and I'm like, I'm going to look it up after the live. When I get off the live, I got 15, 20 tabs all pulled up, and I just sit here and research so I can learn about things. We do a lot of learning around here. Russell, talking on the phone while digging your booty hole is epic. I mean, I guess, you need that extra seasoning. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, this next one's titled, You Will Be Removed. Fox gets exclusive look into deportation flights to Ecuador. That's nice. I don't know where Ecuador is.
Ryan, we got an...
I don't really need to. I'm from Michigan, so if they deport my ass, well, just point me towards the snow. Either way, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the Goof Tube. And let's go ahead and get into this.
Ryan, we got an exclusive look inside of this plane and how this operation works. You have Border Patrol working with the military, showing this really strong show of force. Shackled one by one, Fox gets an exclusive look as dozens of illegal migrants are escorted onto the C-17 military plane headed back to Ecuador.
Don't come to the United States illegally. If you do come to the United States illegally, you will be removed.
43 females and 37 males packed onto the plane, including some family units. These are illegal migrants from Ecuador who broke the law when they crossed illegally into the U.S. Border Patrol says they were already in custody, either found between ports of entry checkpoints, smuggling operations, or stash houses. While expedited removals aren't new, using military aircraft is.
This is the second largest plane the Air Force has. It's going to fit 80 of these illegal migrants. Border Patrol says the message is if you come into the United States illegally, you will be sent back to your home country.
It's all part of President Trump's plan to utilize military resources and crack down on illegal immigration.
To be able to have people back in their home countries within 7 hours, a range of a plane like this, 2,700 miles, that puts you pretty much anywhere in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and anywhere in between.
And the flight crew told me that they were the same crew that brought that group of illegal migrants to Colombia over the weekend. The government turned them away until President Trump stepped in, threatened tariffs, and you know what happens next. The president of Colombia quickly backed down. They are hoping that this sends a strong message to all other countries to cooperate with these removal flights and accept its citizens, or that will happen. Brian.
I think it did. Brooke Taylor, great report. Thanks for that.
I think it's crazy that we got to beg countries to accept their own people back. That's how nice we are. That's how nice we are. Because I feel like other countries, they would just push them out of the country. Like if they had Americans there and our government didn't know about it, or they weren't, trying to come get them, and they didn't want them, they would just throw those Americans away. Really, they wouldn't care. Us, we're like, you got to take them back. They're like, no, do something else with them. We're like, well, we can't kill them. We can't sell them off. We can't do anything with them. They're not useful to us, and they belong to you. You need to take them. They're like, nah, do something else with them. And we're fighting that fight. Really, I would just push them on that side of the wall and be like, okay, figure it out. Close the gate. I don't know why we even do any more than that. It's nice enough that we brought them to the wall. Other countries would just probably execute these people. So I don't know. I'm glad that we're being nice about it, though. Using military resources to get them to Ecuador just because of how many people need to be deported. But Tom Homan, he's saying the numbers are low. These are rookie numbers, that we need more. We need more deportations happening. I don't know what it's going to take to make it happen. I don't know if they're having trouble finding these people or resources to get agents to show up and actually do their job. I don't know what it is. But Tom Homan was just doing an interview, I think it was yesterday, where he was like, yeah, it's great that everything started, but we need more. These numbers are low. We need to get more of these illegals out. Well, we got the last little bit of the news coming up next, but afterwards, of course, we got the fun stuff. This next video is titled, Man Pardoned by Trump, Killed by Deputy. Now, this is a J6er, obviously, who was smoked by a cop, and the details are real blurry. They don't want us, there's no body cam footage, there's no outside camera footage. They don't tell you why he was being pulled over. They don't tell you what resulted in the conflict, because they claim that he was resisting arrest. They say that he had a gun on him, but they don't say if he drew the weapon or if he was acting aggressive in any kind of way. They were just like, oh, well, he was pulled over and the cops smoked him. And that's kind of what they say. They don't really say anything. Now, don't expect BLM to go out there and protest for this guy. But somebody should be upset about this. We'll see if anybody cares enough about it. But either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this mass deportation that's going on, especially with these guys going to Ecuador using military aircrafts. Guess some if the details are blurry, Bigfoot is suspect. Yeah, it was Bigfoot that did it. Racist. Russell, those planes can be refueled in the air too. That's badass. The review Mars Attacks was great. I know, I love that movie. Russell, ankle cuffs and handcuffs. Yeah. I've been transported to jail like that quite a few times. The first time I was 17 years old and we were handcuffed like this and we had to loop our arms. So it was like a chain of us and our hands are handcuffed to our waist. And it was me and like 4 or 5 big ass, like 50-year-old dudes. We're all just shackling into the courthouse. Stupid. So much stupid shit I've put myself through. Kevin, would I do jail time if I crossed illegally, or would they just send me back to Canada? I mean, you would probably be detained for a while. That's if they caught you. You'd have to screw up to even get caught. Because, like, if you made it into the country and you just saw a random sheriff or something like that, they don't have the authority to even ask you if you're legal or not. You just say, oh, I'm from Michigan. And they'd just be like, okay. And that'd be it. If you screwed up, then they would figure out that you're illegal. Then you would be detained until ICE came and got you. And then they would send you back to Canada. Tori, making tacos today. Been craving. Forgot lettuce or spinach. Extra salsa, I guess. That sounds good. Tacos, I mean, you can have tacos every day. I love tacos. Trapper, no nuttin' footage. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they'll eventually release body cam footage, but they're being real secretive about things right now. Also, if you see this video out in the wild somewhere about this J6er being smoked, do not read the comments, because you are not going to like what they have to say. There are so many people referring to J6ers as terrorists because of what the news has done over the last couple of years. And so people are like, okay, cops smoked a terrorist. Isn't that what they're supposed to do? I mean, it's a lot of language like that. So like I'm saying, you see this video, don't go hop in the comments, because you're not going to find anything that you like. Ghostly, only 80? A passenger plane could do 300. See, and I was thinking that too. To transport 80 people, why do we need military aircrafts? I guess because everything else is private, right? These other plane companies are private. They'd probably have to pay them more. Paul, jail is humbling? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen so many people screaming and crying and playing with their own shit just because they can't handle being in jail. People lose their minds in there. I've never even been to prison. God only knows the crap they do in there. All the prison stories I hear from inmates that are being transferred either to the prison or from the prison, and they're sitting in the county. You get in there and you're all bent out of shape. Your life sucks. And then you got somebody that spent the last 20 years in prison in there. And you're like, man, I hate being here. And they're like, what? This place is great. You don't have to hear crying from rape in the middle of the night. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess. When you put it like that, yeah, I guess it ain't that bad. Pam, what was the movie about flying criminals? I don't know. I am not sure. Tim, they left Afghanistan with several hundred each plane, same exact plane. Yeah, I wonder why they're not doing that with this. Trapper, everyone was pulling for the J6ers. Yeah. Yeah. Before J6 happened, there was a bunch of people. There was people pissed at me that I wasn't going. I was like, how are you going to watch it if I go? I'm going to be showing it. And then right afterwards, a lot of people changed. Oh, guess something you talking about Con Air? Maybe that's what they were talking about over on YouTube. Pam, is that what you're talking about? Con Air? Cassie J, wasn't the Biden administration originally use old UPS planes to disperse the illegals? I don't know. I never heard anything about that. Lone Wolf, if you were locked up J6, man, I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, and I would be. There was people pissed that I didn't go to J6. I'd be in jail right now. Well, maybe I'd be getting out now that there's the pardon, but yeah, what the hell would we have done the last 2 or 3 years? Because I would have been incarcerated. Shelly Babes. Yes, I did. I did apply for press passes at the White House. I haven't heard anything back yet, though. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Huckleberry? Happy freedom to you. Nah, we were all late today. Yeah, when I hear back from the White House, I'll definitely tell you guys, good, bad, or otherwise. Go, so yes, you have. You've covered the states flying illegals all over the nation. Well, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't know if they were specifically UPS planes. Trapper, you made the right choice. Well, yeah, we got to cover J6. We have it on the website. It's like 16 or 17 hours of J6 that we covered the entire day. We covered the whole certification process and all of that. I don't think you need a membership. I can't remember. You might need a membership in order to see it. We'll see really quick here. Because I could just drop the link in the chat, as much as YouTube doesn't want me to do that. Maybe I did take it down. Historical events. J6. Oh no, it's all still here. Yeah, if you wanna watch everything that happened that day, well, everybody on the site, you already know about it. But everybody else, you can watch all of our J6 footage if you go to that link. It's posted on the website, and you do not have to have a membership. You can watch it without the membership. Bam. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Zero like sardines. Oh, you're talking about border crossers. I was like, no, I hate sardines. Oh yeah, we should do that. We should do that. Thank you for reminding me, Josh 1776. Let's get this opened up really quick. We'll see. I totally forgot. We got a little bit of news left, but we're gonna check out this chapstick. Ooh, it's probably the worst ASMR ever. There, Klaus Daniels will play with that. Look at you, big booty. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're big and fat, and they keep asking about you. Ah, you're a bastard. I can't get a hold of him. He must be up to no good, because he's really dodging me. Anyways, we got these 12 days of chapstick. It's kind of like an advent calendar, I think it's called. Josh 1776 sent to me, and we're going to open some stuff up. Now it says one of these things, actually two of these things are skin protectant. Now I don't know what that is. I think it's a condom. But then there's supposed to be 10 chapsticks in here. So we're going to crack this first one open. I don't know what we're going to get, and that's part of the deal here. And for the next 12 days, we're going to crack open chapstick. Just cuz. If I can open it. Okay, first one is chapstick. Give it to me. That's what she said. All right, first one out of the pack here. Vanilla icing. It's badass. That's one I ain't got. Thank you, Josh 1776. You guys are like, what the fuck is this? I love chapstick. All right, 1 of 12. Remind me again tomorrow. Josh 1776. Remind me tomorrow. Badass. Adding to the collection. I ain't never seen vanilla icing. That's a rare one, Klaus Daniels. Did you know that? Will you come here, big booty? These people think I ate you with some kitty tacos. Yeah. Come here. You're a little bastard. I can't get him. He's too slick. Anyways, I'll try and capture him again in a little bit. Either way, we're going to get into this last little bit of the news. It's titled, Man Pardoned by Trump, Killed by Deputy. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of details in this video, but I assume there's going to be some follow-ups. Now, as of right this second, there doesn't seem to be enough mad people about this. But I think somebody eventually will get a hold of the story and raise enough awareness to where people will realize that they should be pissed about this. Now, they do kind of demonize this guy. They say he's not a stranger to the law. He's been arrested before and whatever. But again, in this incident, they do not give you enough details to justify him being shot and killed by a cop. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get this rolling.
We return now with IT-Mate and the Indiana man killed during a traffic stop by a Jasper County Sheriff's deputy. It happened just days after he was pardoned by President Trump for his role in January 6th. IT-Mate's Cody Fisher spoke with the man's father.
Matthew Huddle's dad declined to go on camera, but he told me his son had been murdered. According to Indiana State Police, who are investigating the shooting, Huddle was resisting arrest and was shot during a fight with the officer. This is State Road 14 in rural Jasper County. It's the road where Matthew Huddle was pulled over on Sunday just after 4 p.m. Indiana State Police said Huddle had a gun during the traffic stop, but they have not said where that gun was or if he pointed it at the Jasper County Sheriff deputy while resisting arrest. In 2023, Huddle was sentenced to 6 months in prison and a year of supervised release after pleading guilty to entering and remaining in a restricted building for his actions on January 6th. President Trump pardoned him of that conviction last week. Indiana Department of Corrections records show Huddle was not a stranger to the criminal justice system. In 2010, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for battery. And in 2020, he was convicted of felony DUI because he had prior DUI convictions on his record. Now, the Indiana State Police told me they are not releasing any more details about their investigation into Huddle's death until after it's finished and the results are turned over to the Jasper County prosecutor. For IT-Mate, I'm Cody Fisher for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
All right, like I said, they do not provide a whole lot of details about this guy, but they don't waste any time trying to demonize him, saying in 2020 he had DUI problems and in 2010 he was arrested for something else. It's 2025 right now, so I don't know why they're bringing up the old stuff. Man, if they put me on the TV, God only knows what they would say. Either way, they try to make it sound like he deserved it. Oh, he deserved that. And they don't say what the stop was for, how the altercation happened. They mention he had a gun on him, but they don't say what exactly that means. It could be holstered. It could have been in the trunk. Like, nobody knows. They don't want to say any details about it. There's no body cam footage yet. And like I said, eventually, I assume it will become big enough news to where people will request body cam footage. Like, where's this guy's family at? That's normally what it starts is. The family will get an attorney, the attorney will request the body cam footage, and the public will be able to see what happened. That's normally where the outrage comes from. Right now, there doesn't seem to be enough mad people about this situation. We all know how it used to go down when other people get shot, right? And we cover all kinds of stuff. We covered George Floyd riots forever. That's how all of this started, right? So this guy gets smoked by a cop. Crickets. Nobody, just silence, jazz music in the background. Nobody seems to care about this. Like I said, I was going to show you guys this yesterday, and somehow I got sidetracked. It didn't end up on the schedule. But either way, I assume we're going to have a follow-up video. There should be details on what the stop was about, what the guy was doing with the gun, why was he resisting arrest, or what was he saying, what was his state of mind, was he intoxicated, anything, any more details than, yep, cop killed a J6er. That's how they're saying it. So, and like I said before we started the video, there's a lot of people in the comments who think this is some great thing. They think this is a good thing. So hopefully we'll have a follow-up video. I assume we will, like I said, with more details, hopefully some body cam footage. If we do get body cam footage, depending on how graphic it is, we may show it. If we can't show it, we'll definitely put it over on jeffmaclive.com so everyone on the website can at least see the body cam footage. We'll still talk about it, but I can't show graphic violence on the live, at least not for YouTube and Twitch. So either way, that's the last little bit of the news. We got fun stuff coming up. We have 2 funny videos of the day, of course. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this cop shooting this J6er. Turbo, I got a DUI a few years back. That doesn't mean I'm out here driving around blasted all the time. Some people learn from their mistakes, but some people just can't let it go. Once they see you get in trouble to them, that's all you'll ever amount to, no matter how straight you are. Yep, you were totally right. I got a disorderly charge a couple years ago because I had been poisoned at a bar and I didn't know what happened to me, and I was like blacked out and I was yelling for help. And I've told you guys this a million times, but I was arrested for yelling for help because I was under the influence of alcohol. I was too honest with the officer, and told him, yeah, I'd been drinking. I was at a bar, but now I'm in the middle of the road. My phone's dead. I'm freezing. They said I'm blue. Like in the police report, they said I was blue. My lips were purple. I couldn't hardly talk. I couldn't stop shaking. And they called the police for a man in the middle of the road screaming for help. The officer showed up, and I thought I was receiving help. No, I was being charged with disorderly. I woke up in the jail on the floor. Didn't know how I got there. I still don't remember anything from that night. I was poisoned at the bar. But either way, when I got in front of the judge, he was like, oh, well, it says here you got 3 counts of assault and all this other stuff. And he was listing charges and convictions. And these charges just means that somebody pointed at me while calling the police. That's all it means. I was innocent. They let me go. They dropped the charges, all that stuff. Was never convicted on it. But to the judge, that's all I was all those phone calls, those 3 or 4 incidents where I had to go to jail from years ago. So he's like saying all this stuff about me. Oh, you did this, you did this, and did that. I was like, yeah, but I was 17 when I did that. I'm 30 now. And he's like, and then he looks at it and it's like, yeah, look at the fucking dates. You think I'm the same person I was when I was 17? I was in high school. I had to have permission from adult probation to be away from the house to go to high school, because that's the problem with charging 17-year-olds as an adult. I'm still supposed to be at school. It's like stupid. You got to raise your hand to take a piss, but at nighttime I'm sleeping in the jail with murderers and shit. Like, none of that stuff made any kind of sense. It still don't make sense today, which is why I don't understand why we arrest 17-year-olds as an adult. You can go to jail, but you can't join the military. Doesn't make any fucking sense. But to that judge, that's all I was all those bad things on that paper from when I was 17, being talked to as a 30-year-old, which I'm 35 now, saying, like I'm the same person. Like, people are the same. It's bullshit, and it shouldn't be that way. And that's what sucks about having your permanent record and stuff. Because of bad stuff I've been charged with. I'm not going to say it. I can. It's statute of limitations is passed. But I've been charged with really bad stuff. And so if I get pulled over, everybody gets out of the car. We all have to get down on our knees with our hands behind our head. Sometimes they'll handcuff us. Sometimes they won't. All of us will be paraded out on the side of the road. You'll be in the grass or on the sidewalk. They're going to destroy the vehicle. They're going to rip everything out of that car to see what is in there and stuff. And it always results in, oh, you're good to go. But of course, everybody's crying with me. I'm used to the dumb shit, but my passengers, oh no, they're not used to it. Everybody thinks it's a joke until you got cops putting guns in your face. It's not a joke. That stuff sucks. It sucks ass. So yeah, I hear you, Turbo. I hear you. Russell, do a FOIA. That's what we need to do. We need a FOIA for that body cam footage to figure out why they did that to that J6er. Somebody will file the FOIA. What's up, Breeze? By you? Happy freedom to you. Zero. They have pictures of all of our vehicles and tag numbers. He was targeted. It's in all of the indictments. Well, yeah, and it kind of seems that way. Well, and what sucks is seeing everybody accept it. Seeing everybody in the comments like, good, the cop killed a terrorist. Like, a terrorist? What do you mean? He was in a building that they didn't want him to be in. That was all he did. He didn't do anything else. He was somewhere where they didn't want him to be. And that's a terrorist? Like, holy, we're making soft ass people out here. No ad. I remember one stream where we were watching riots, and I don't remember if it was St. Louis or somewhere in Wisconsin, but someone just started popping shots at the cops right on the live. Yeah, we saw a lot of that. I remember in Louisville, Kentucky, we saw someone open fire in the crowd. It was like we were just watching what was happening, people were talking, whatever, and then all of a sudden you just see a guy draw a weapon, and you're like, what the fuck? And the camera guy turns to walk and like talk to somebody, and you can just hear shooting, and then all of a sudden the camera guys are running, and we're trying to figure out what's going on, switching across the live streams. There was so much stuff that we covered. I appreciate you sticking with us, no ad. Yeah, the riots were a long time ago. My buddies always give me shit about that. They're always like, not all of us came out of the lockdowns because I started doing this and I never stopped. And everybody else went back to being normal and we just kept covering the news. Puff stuff, it could have been Kenosha. Because we did cover all of that. I mean, we covered everywhere. We covered the whole country. Shroomish, weren't we watching the Rittenhouse shooting live? Yep, we covered that live too. We watched CJ go over there and try and piece that guy's arm back together after Kyle did what Kyle does best. That guy's arm was just swinging there. It was just a meat flap. Yeah, CJ, all of a sudden, he became a medic. Yeah, Ghostly, we covered CHOP. We covered Chaz. We covered the Red House Autonomous Zone. There was an autonomous zone that was being built by the Riverside or something in Portland, and that stuff got taken down before we were able to cover it. But I mean, we covered all of that stuff. We've been live since the last time that President Trump was in the White House. What's up, big guy? Happy freedom to you. Big guy. A cop recently told me that he smelled a strong odor of burnt marijuana, having smoked in my car for 12 years. Yeah. I don't know if... I want to say that here, they're not able to search you over the smell of marijuana anymore. And I don't know if that's because it's recreationally legal here, but at the same time, I didn't read the law myself, so it might just be gossip. But yeah, I don't smoke in the car either. Yeah, I appreciate you coming back to us, big guy. What's up, Alex King? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Carolyn? Happy freedom to you. We all started late today. What's up, Ohio Kyle? Happy freedom to you. Everybody's saying I'm late. Nah, we're all late. We didn't get started till 5 o'clock today. Cassie J, it was nice for President Trump to remove all J6ers from any and all government lists they possibly would be on. Yeah, Cassie J, it would be nice if he did that. I was just saying the other day, I wish he would release a list so we could all figure out what all lists we're on. Here's you got a DUI for refusing to blow. Yeah. They do that here too. If you don't blow in the breathalyzer, then they just charge you, and then they take your license, and I think you have to take classes and stuff to get it back. Thank you for letting me know, DCAT. Puff of stuff, missing bicep man. Yeah, that's what he was. God, we were roasting him during the Kyle trial too. Everybody's like, how do you jerk it? Blah, blah, blah. Saying all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Kaczynski, I have all that stuff archived. Once YouTube started removing my lives and started targeting me for strikes and stuff like that, I started archiving everything. What's up, Deep Gully? Happy freedom to you. Deep Gully, I wonder what happened to Baked A. He quit quickly. I don't know. I've seen so many live streamers come and go. Cinderella, I got pulled over by a cop flying in the HOV lane, and he yelled at me. He yelled at me to shut up and to not talk, and screamed in my face and made me cry. I challenged the ticket and reported him and won. Yeah, Cinderella. Well, and that's the thing. A lot of stuff that you get charged with officers and stuff, it's not exactly by the book. So if you challenge it, then a lot of times you'll win. That happens here all the time. People get charged random stuff, all kinds of random. I was in jail with somebody who didn't have insurance, and that's not even an arrestable crime. You get ticketed for that. And this guy was in jail. I was being charged with something terrible, but he got in there and he was crying and shit. like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I didn't have my insurance. And everybody was like, you don't go to jail for that. And we called over the CO. CO was like, yeah. We were like, you know this guy's in here for this? And he was like, what? And he went into the office and he came back and they let the guy go. Like, they're just people. That's what I try to say every day. Doesn't matter what the field is. If they're in government or they're working at McDonald's, people are just people. They'll cut corners when you ain't watching them. They'll cheat, lie, and steal if you let them. They're just people. Zero, yeah, we're not getting buffering on my end. Not that I can tell. Well, hooligans, like I said, we're going to get into the fun stuff. We got 2 funny videos of the day. This first one's titled, Words Are Hard, which I feel deeply. I've been doing terrible today. But either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's get into the fun stuff. Get this pulled up really quick here.
Just go down.
Yes, it's this one. Doo-doo-doo. Get both these pulled up. All right. So this first one here is titled, Words Are Hard.
Just go down to the Sugarhoo till you get to the Badonkadonk parking. Where at? The Sohoo. Try that one more time. I said the shoe. I'm on my way. Shut up and listen to me. Go all the way down till you get to the and take that left and then Dervey all the way down to the Cody Suck. Now, I don't think that's where I want to be. Listen, when you get to the bus stop, well, hell, I thought it was a bup stop. Nope, it's more like a sus stop. Oh, I've been to one of them. You better tease off that right now. And what if I don't? Well, then you're gonna have to go only till you get down there to the turn left. I ain't never turned a left before. Well, you about to, so you better keep cellar when you get down there to the turn. To the what? You heard me. Anyways, make sure you do a spot when you get down there and see that dad bod grilling a hamburger. I wonder if he got fries with that. Well, if he does, you need to turn Riley Leot. One more time. Riley Leot. That'll put you down there by the town scene. I still ain't even got to the yet. Well, you just better give up.
Holy. Yes, words are hard. We're going to get into this next one and get this pulled up really quick here. This is titled, Anakin Voted for Trump.
Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
That's terrible. Oh, man. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. Grab this Linktree link really quick and drop it in all the chats for you guys. We're going to be reading through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance. So, half those words look correctly to me. Either link with all it's gonna end the live. Wow. 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 Okay, are we back? I don't know what happened. My internet just went to 0 and held. It probably ended the live on YouTube. God only knows. I think we're okay again. I have no idea why that happened. A fucking drone flew over. I'm not exactly sure. Hold on a second. Let me tell everyone to refresh. Otherwise, they'll just think I'm gone. Goodness. Today has been a shit show. And I haven't yelled once today. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me or hear me. One or the other or both. You can see my titties? I got my titties out. I'm just joshing you. I'm just jeffing you. Oh, we're back. We are back. Good. Well, I better get this out of the way before my internet takes another shit. Like I was saying, the Linktree link has all of my links listed, so if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. With a membership, you will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll also have access to the forums, which is to encourage open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is a lot of fun, full of games that adapt to your phone. And then you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the hooligans, so definitely go get yourself a membership. Like I was trying to say before the internet died on me, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about today's coffee, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Turbo dropping the 42069 in the chat. I assume that means you can see me and hear me. The Rumble was kicking you guys out of the chat? That sucks. I hate tech problems. Puff and stuff. Trump is revoking protected status for 600,000 Venezuelans. Cleaning things up. What's up, Elgaskis? Happy freedom to you. The Rumble buffering thing is very interesting. I haven't seen that yet. The Rumble buffering emoji. Trapper, just people. Jeff gets it. Yeah. I've seen all kinds of sides of life. Important people doing dumb things. Dumb people doing important things. Life is life. Era 16 FBI checking Jeff for the White House credits. I mean, let me check the email real quick. They'll be like, we were watching the live and you were buffering, okay? So no, you can't get in. Well, nothing from the White House yet. Not yet. I'll let you guys know though. Josh 1776, how was the other coffee? It was good. It's a lot more of a bold flavor than I was expecting, but it's really good. I bet it's still hot as shit. I've been trying to sip on it for the whole live, and I swear to God that the end of my tongue is going to have a scab on it because I've just been burning it. That's why I keep drinking out of this cup like a sissy, because I'm waiting for the lava to hit my face. It's actually drinkable now. But it's very good. It's very good. Appreciate you, Josh 1776. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Look at everybody posting the Rumble buffering emoji. DCAT, Trump opened Guantanamo Bay for illegal border crossers. Maybe that's where the cartel members will go. It's a good idea, DCAT. Maybe that is what he's up to. Enter user, maybe I can put in a good word for you, Jeff. I would appreciate that, enter user. Thank you, Wayward. I really appreciate that. Hickey James, I always tell them I came from a bonfire. If they say you smell like weed, yeah, they can't do anything about that. What's up, Dabacles? Happy freedom to you. Almost called you I can't even say what I was saying before. Debacles, I think is what I called you for like 3 years. Dabicles, I was wondering where my H was. I know. I keep considering getting remonetized on YouTube, but I don't want to go back to worrying about everything I say and everything I show and every email being them telling me I'm getting a strike or they're demonetizing my videos. And I don't know. I was under a lot of stress dealing with YouTube. Other than struggling to pay bills, it's nice not having to worry about dealing with YouTube financially. What's up, Agent 48? Happy freedom to you. You know what's real funny is I was telling you guys just moments ago we weren't getting any buffering and about how it was plaguing me yesterday. And today we've been all good, and then all of a sudden my internet just jumped off the cliff. Crab Nebula, YouTube makes things so difficult. Yeah, it was sucky. I wish that we all still had our H badges over there, though. I miss that. Told the care Jeff is getting sniffed. No, don't say that. Don't you wish that on me. Tori, you going to the White House? If they give me the pass, yeah. I won't be there every day, but I'll at least go the one time. And there was a hooligan suggesting that maybe I go there once a month or something like that. It's an idea. Crystal Blue, MS-13, and Trende Aragua going to be in Gitmo forever. Could be. Hooligans Island, your mouth is not lining up with the live. Interesting. So it's out of sync. Well, sometimes that happens with buffering. If we get internet lag, it can throw things out of sync. That seems to be a problem more on YouTube than any other platform, but we're at the end here anyways, so it'll be okay for now. Puff and Stuff, can't you get away with YouTube if you do subscribers only on the lives? No, YouTube gets you in a lot of different ways. They watch what you say, they watch your titles, they watch when you go live, how long you go live, they monitor everything. And then once you start doing things that they don't like I told them something about getting the jab, and they gave me a 30-day strike for medical misinformation. So even when I was saying the jab, they knew I was talking about vaccines, even though I didn't say vaccine. And so when they want to get you, they just get you. That's how YouTube is. But if they don't pay me doll hairs, then there's only so much they can do to me. Yeah, enter user for real. Liberated from YouTube. All right, hooligans, it's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing. Let's get these beats rolling. We're going to read through one last time, but we're going to be wrapping this up. We will be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Of course, if there's a press briefing or if I can capture President Trump live before he starts the live, we'll be covering those as well. But Coffee with Hooligans will begin at 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Reading through them, we're wrapping this up. Turbo, it happens to me when I drink whiskey. What happens to you when you drink whiskey? Thank you so much, Ghostly, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Ghostly. Thank you so much for the support. It says, to feed the tiger, you keep in your apartment. Yeah, Klaus Daniels, he's a big Klaus Panther. Thank you, Ghostly. I appreciate it. Enter user Kash Patel testifies at Senate confirmation hearing for the FBI director tomorrow. Yeah. We're not going to cover that live. We'd be here all day covering that, but we'll show highlights and stuff from it. We'll cover President Trump live. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Sage Pup. Thank you, Jump Offa. I'll check it out, Appeal to Heaven. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, I appreciate you, Crab Nebula. Too Old to Care. Practice my lip reading. I only do that if I got a hot date. Oh, Turbo, my lips are out of sync with my words. Yeah, a little whiskey will do that. I get that way too. A little slurring goes a long way. Thank you, Cinderella. Appreciate you being here. So, Bora, happy freedom to you. Thank you, Ero. Appreciate you being here with us. Big guy, they watch my ass for sure. Any comment I make on a video up less than 15 minutes is immediately removed. Yeah, YouTube, there's some commies. Thank you, Crystal Blue. Appreciate you being here with us. Thank you, Hooligans Island. Thanks for stopping in, Davocles. I wonder if we're going to see Deep South Jody tomorrow. I should have actually read the whole thing instead of just flipping out. I fuck up sometimes. You know that, guys? I do that. Anyways, I think we are good to go. Like I said a million times, we are going to be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time with Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to keep our eyes out for President Trump when he goes live. For whatever reason he goes live, how many ever times he goes live, we will be covering it. Keep my eyes out for Caroline Levitt doing the press briefings. We don't want to miss another one of those because she's on fire. So definitely look forward to all of that tomorrow. Thank you, Hooligans, for being here. Thank you guys for dealing with my shit and my internet problems, my filthy hooligan mouth, and all of that. I hope you Hooligans have a fantastic night tonight, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you Hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.